Hi everyone, my name is Alex and this is my Slumber Yard application video. As far as a dream job goes, I've been wanting to become a doctor for some time. It started since I was younger and I didn't actually realize my passion for community, service, leadership, and many of the other facets that you would think of when you hear the word doctor until I was a junior in my undergraduate years. Up until then, I thought that I was meant to be an engineer. And after a series of events occurred, I realized that my passion really truly lied in healthcare. It didn't get that way though without the help of my community because my why to medicine has always been rooted in community, service, and leadership being the core facets for me. Growing up, I didn't actually see many Filipino doctors. A lot of the care that I received was from doctors who were white, and while they were great, they didn't fully understand a lot of the experiences or the cultural background that may have led to the facets that have attributed to my healthcare or have really understood why I thought or did things the way that I did. And so I wanted to be that Filipino doctor. I wanted to be that role model as a person of color to serve for underserved communities, to represent those who really need the healthcare and need the services the most. I wanted to become an advocate for those underserved communities so that way they could receive what I believe is healthcare as a human right. And for me, medicine became a lot more than just trying to treat people. It became more of listen to their stories, listen to their backgrounds, make them feel validated, make them feel like they're human. Because at the end of the day, healthcare is about working with people, but it's also about healing not just their physical, mental, or emotional illnesses, but looking at them as a person and not just a series of diseases that you're meant to treat. And that's what I thought was really fascinating with medicine, that its depth and how dynamic it was, that it became very important to me that I wanted to become that representation to show future Filipinos and other students of color that you can do it too. And if it weren't for the friends and the family that I had met during my involvement in the Filipino American Student Association, I wouldn't be here where I am today. In fact, one of the crowning achievements for me while I was involved was when I was vice president my senior year. Not only was it a momentous occasion for our organization, as we were celebrating 100 years of existence of Filipino organizations on a university's campus, but we also managed to raise $18,000 to fund an endowment scholarship, in which case future generations of Filipinos would be able to relieve some financial burden and be able to achieve a higher education. And that will be something that I will forever talk about no matter who I come across, even as I become a future physician. Now, in order to provide that and take the next step to becoming a physician, I've been very fortunate to have been accepted to the incoming class at the Pacific Northwest University College of Osteopathic Medicine, class of 2025. It's with great pride that I'm able to say that, as it's one of the harder steps to actually get into medical school and continue on to my journey as an aspiring physician. As this position is a prestigious one and one of great honor, I hope to use this platform to continue to advocate for individuals and to remind them to take care of themselves. Because in order to use this future degree to promote healthier and more restful sleep at night, I think it begins with us taking care of ourselves, putting ourselves at the core, putting ourselves at the forefront, because us too as physicians, aspiring physicians rather, that we cannot continue to take care of others before we take care of ourselves. And I think at the core of that is the mental health um, battle that we are fighting here. It's been rising, but it's been going on for some time. It's just been given more spotlight now as we've learned more about um, how important has it's actually become towards daily function. And I would do my best to advocate towards more mental health services and making it more accessible for any individual who may need help, whether that may be in any shape or form in terms of therapy in the future when I am able to prescribe medications as well, and so many more other options to promote self care to an extent such that it does not hinder our daily lives. If we take care of ourselves and take care of our mental health, we'll be able to do so much more and make sure that we can achieve any of the dream careers that we all want to achieve. And so that's the angle I want to attack it from. I want to make sure that everybody can have a restful sleep and make sure that they are doing okay mentally, that they talk to somebody whenever they need help, creating workshops or uh, do little pop ups or some sort of mental health clinics in the communities that need it the most. Most often, or more likely so, it tends to be underrepresented communities in healthcare that need the healthcare services the most. So that's where I would like to try and start, both in the rural communities and the underserved communities, which are often communities of color. Mental health is often stigmatized, but it doesn't mean that we can't try. And I would like to work with my colleagues to try and create a step by step action to be able to make something worth of this goal and make it come to fruition to make sure that everybody deserves solid mental health and an even more restful sleep. Thank you.